フロントウィング。グリザイアの果実。
Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. So, obviously, we are back with some more Fruit of Grisaia for today. Just move that mic a little bit. I'm kind of liking how I have the mic now. Yeah. I'm liking how I have my mic now. It's very, very handy to be where it is. So, anyway, last time on Fruit of Grisaia, it was summer vacation, and all of the other girls, minus Michiru, went off on somewhere else for summer vacation, leaving just myself, Yuji, and Michiru all alone. Michiru spent 3 entire days locked away in her room, because it actually turns out she was practicing how to ask us out on a date. When she finally did come out of her room to ask us, she froze up entirely and couldn't do anything. But then other Michiru came out and told us, hey, take her out on a date? She wants to, but she just can't get the words out. Yuji's response? No. His reasoning for that, though, is, why should I have someone else tell me what to do for her? Like, just kind of a, what gives you the right to meddle in her life this much? I mean, even if they are technically the same person, it's like, if she wants to go on a date, she needs to get the words out herself, kind of thing. Just because I can see the whole I can kind of see the thought process of Yuji there. Michiru has already stated she is kind of, terrified and not exactly happy with the fact that she blanks out at times, then suddenly her life gets better. She doesn't like not knowing what's going on, so if we were to suddenly ask her out all of a sudden after she just blanked out, after she freaked out, then blanks out for a bit, and then says like, hey, wanna go on a date? She's gonna think something is up. So we let her finally get the words out in a way, kinda, sorta. But by that I mean we invited her along to go running with us. But we left it up to her to accept. We didn't even call it a date. It's like, hey, I'm going running. Want to come along, kind of thing? Not even thinking of it as a date. We never called it a date. Michiru's calling it a date, at least in her mind, but outwardly she's saying, it's a game. We're just having fun. Waste the time. That kind of stuff. So while we're dating, we're not dating. Yuji is pretty much leaving it to Michiru to actually, say it. Actually say, you want to go out on an actual date and not a, I'm going running, come along, Michiru, so you're not sitting here bored alone. kind of thing. Also, I gotta say, props to Michiru for being able to keep up with Yuji for, like, 3 fucking hours of running straight. Sure, she's, like, dead tired and just wants to, crawl into a ball and die just from exhaustion. But she's managing to keep up with the bastard. Wearing, what I gotta say is probably the cutest thing I've seen on her so far. So we're gonna load back up and continue on. I guess during our summer vacation alone, this is just gonna be the routine. She comes along for the runs. as, you know, play dates. Their little game. It's not like they're dating or anything. The baka. I hope I interpreted all that properly. When I leave my room the next morning for my daily marathon, I find Michiru standing in the lobby with a beaming smile on her face. Surely this can't be what it looks like, but it's probably best to ask for safety's sake. Also, the cat hates us, because we vaccinated it, but we did that by putting it in a laundry bag, and then Michiru ripped us a new one after the cat ripped the bag a new one. What are you doing out here at this hour, woman?
忘れたの？デートごっこするんでしょ？約束したじゃない。
Also, side note. Yuji's morning runs usually take place at like 4:30 in the morning. He went out on one, and then on his way back, Michiru was waiting outside a good 3 or so hours before their actual date was supposed to start. And she thought, well, oh, sorry, were you waiting for me? And Yuji's just like, what? Waiting? It's not even close to the time, so I haven't even started to wait. So I guess now she's waking up at 4:30 in the morning to go on another run with us. This girl has fallen head over heels for us. I don't know how, and I really need to get a haircut. No, I didn't forget. It was impulsive of me, but I did indeed promise the girl more pretend dates. That said, it's currently 5 in the morning. Does she seriously expect me to play house at this hour? Yes, I agree to that, but I have my own life as well. Running in the morning is my daily routine. You are aware of that, aren't you?
知ってるわよ。
The cat is fucking pissed. And what time is it right now?
5時。朝。
So, what do you want from me?
デートごっこ行きませんか？
This girl is absolutely smitten. No, I think not. As I may have mentioned, I'm going for a run right now.
昨日約束したのに。嘘つき、嘘つき。
Michiru's face crumples with disappointment. The girl looks ready to burst into tears. For the moment, she focuses on swinging her arms wildly in my general direction. Her movements are clumsy in the extreme, but also unpredictable. Every once in a while, an amateur's haphazard swing can become a KO punch to the chin at a sheer random chance. I take a careful step backward and attempt to negotiate. Don't jump to conclusions. Yes, I promised. I'm just saying that the crack of dawn isn't a reasonable time for a play date.
だったら何時からならいいんですか？
Let's see. A little past noon, just like yesterday? Seems more appropriate.
わかった。じゃあそれで決定ね。あんた、もしその時間にどっかに逃げたりしたら承知しないからね。
I won't run or hide. In the meantime, why don't you come up with some place for us to go?
立てていいの予定。私が。 なりデートプラン？ここの。
Oh my god, I love this. He's letting her decide. So it's not all just come along on a run. That's right. You have any problem with that?
いやほら、普通デートの予定って男女のカップルだったら男の人が考えるものじゃないの？女の人が希望を言って男の人がそれを組む。
What? So we're not just doing the play dates? We're pretending to be lovers?
まあそういうことよ。そもそもデートってそういうものでしょ？え、違うの？そうよね。
God damn it. Well, I understand what you're trying to say. In that case, I'll retain decision-making power. How does this sound for a plan for today's date? After a light round of jump squats, we proceed to death-defying one-rope bridge. Then, after removing any watches or metal objects on your person...
待って、いいです。私が決めます。お任せください。
Why? Blueprint was just starting to come together.
いいです。というか大丈夫です。私が完璧にやってみせますから。
Alright then, let's go with that.
はい。では行ってらっしゃいまし。
Michiru waves goodbye with a big smile on her face. Something seems to be missing from this picture. May as well ask for clarity's sake, I suppose. Michiru, my friend.
何？
Weren't you supposed to be a tsundere?
そうよ。そうに決まってるじゃない。あんたなんかね、走ってる途中で海に落ちちゃえばいいのよ。
Okay, I think randomly wishing horrible deaths on your acquaintances is less tsundere and more twisted. Indeed, perhaps I should just fall into the sea. But if I do happen to plunge to a watery grave this morning, I imagine you'll come to deeply regret making such a thoughtless joke. Every night, I'll appear in your dreams, standing at the foot of your bed, dripping wet, resentment burning in my eyes. Alright then, I'll be going now.
いやー！待って、それは重い。この気持ちで罵倒したにしては報いが重すぎる。
Okay, when he isn't being misogynistic, I actually kind of like his humor. That was pretty good. Like that is like rom-com quality comedy there. That was great. I imagine so. Let that be a lesson to you.
いってらっしゃい。無事に帰ってきてね。
Oh, look, you can say a proper goodbye after all. Should have been honest with yourself from the start.
せいえい。いってら。
God damn it. And so, I was able to safely complete my routine. Daily training of this sort is meaningful precisely because you perform it without fail. No matter how small your stride may be, what's important is to keep steadily putting one foot in front of the other. Surprisingly, many people get it completely backward. When an amateur signs up for a sports gym, they frequently exercise for hours on their very first day without a thought for the consequences, and doing more harm than good to their bodies. A workout schedule needs to be approached systematically to ensure a steady daily amount of exercise suited to your physical capabilities. Otherwise, you'll quit after a week with nothing but aches and pains for your trouble. That was just some good advice. When I return to the dorm, Michiru seems to be obediently standing by in her room in preparation for our afternoon outing. I was worried about the possibility of a panting, saliva-spewing greeting in the manner of a dog impatiently awaiting its walk, but it seems things aren't quite that bad. Even after taking my shower, there's still plenty of time before our 1 p.m. date. I throw myself down on the bed to read one of the books Sakaki left me before her departure. Today, I've got a first-person work of a reportage written by a war photographer. Unlike fiction, the book captures a vivid slice of reality. Very interesting stuff. There's even a few comic anecdotes, like the time he tried to exchange money inside a disputed region and got handed a stack of newspaper bills with a few real notes on the top and bottom. Clever swindle. Takes advantage of the natural assumptions someone's not gonna cheat you so blatantly face to face. A simple but effective bit of misdirection. Almost like a sleight of hand trick. You're not going to see through something like that until you've cast aside your unconscious assumptions about what couldn't possibly be. Alright, what did Michiru come up with for a date? All of a sudden, I noticed that 1 p.m. has come and gone. Bit of a surprise. I would have expected Michiru to come drag me away by now. Deciding I might as well wait for her to show up, I reach out for another book. But for some reason, I find myself unable to concentrate. The ticking of my clock seems strangely loud all of a sudden. I can't maintain my usual focus on the printed word. Alright, suppose I might as well head over myself. Mumbling to no one in particular, I drop my book and head for Michiru's room. Michiru, you in there? It's about time, isn't it? I knock on the door and call out, but receive no response. There's always a possibility she had to leave on some pressing business, I suppose. If so, she could have at least said something to me, but... well, that's her choice to make. The girl can do as she pleases. Hmm? You're... that same cat, aren't you? The black cat that's recently spent most of its time fused to Michiru's skull pushes the door open, poking its face outside. If this animal's here, it seems quite possible that Michiru's still in her room as well. But she didn't respond to my voice at all. Some sort of trouble, maybe? Michiru, I'm coming in. When I reach for the doorknob, the black cat pulls back in a panic. Seems the little beast still strongly dislikes me. I almost feel like something's gonna happen, so... this is a window capture, so yeah, have that at the ready in case something happens. So I think this is a window capture, or is it game capture? No, I think it's a window capture. I'm just gonna do a quick test. Yes, it is window capture. Good. Good to know. In case something happens. Brosard, I don't know what this game will fucking throw at me, okay? Okay, we have that fucking, a big sauna bathtub room upstairs. Anything could fucking happen in this game. Also, how you doing? Yeah, I'm sure you remember that. It to make up freaking sensor bars too quickly because I was just getting uncomfortable. That was weird. For like a split second, my frames were not at 60 FPS. For like literally a split second. That thing's been locked at 60 for forever, so that was different to see. Oh well. Doing okay, met up with a Ford friend last night who's in town to visit family. Got stuffed on burgers. Nice. Burgers are good. I enter the room slowly, keeping an eye out for booby traps out of an abundance of caution. Inside, I find Michiru lying face down on her bed, breathing in the soft and regular manner of a contented sleeper. Like, you ever just wake up full? Never, honestly, so... Must have been a lot of burgers and some really good ones. I was prepared for the possibility of something being seriously wrong, so I have to admit, this is a bit of an anticlimax. Sleeping in, are we? After all that squawking this morning, you're a carefree one. The cat hops onto the bed and licks Michiru's cheek repeatedly, but she doesn't even stir. Come to think of it, the girl tagged along for a full 15 kilometers of running yesterday. Hardly surprising she'd be exhausted. It wasn't a particularly impressive distance by my standards, but for a typical female student, I suppose it was a praiseworthy effort. Not wearing running shoes, wearing a nice dress and not any kind of running clothes, not expecting it at all, not being used to running. Again, she kept up with them for 3 fucking hours, so good on you, Michiru. Well, calling this woman typical strikes me as somewhat problematic, but I'll save that debate for another day. This girl runs on spite. The cat and I look at each other and share the equivalent of a wry smile. Michiru's face appears to be resting on a fashion magazine. There's a picture of the outfit she wore yesterday circled in red permanent marker. Even after all that exercise, I'm getting the feeling she was up late last night. In which case, it'd probably be more considerate to let her sleep instead of dragging her outside. I give the cat a single pet on the head, causing it to flee immediately, and turn to leave. Get some rest. I'll cancel today's date. God fucking damn it. Hmm?
ちょっと待って。起きてるのよ。寝てないよ、全然。
This girl does not want to cancel these dates, even if she denies them being actual dates. And it's just a game, play dates, doing it for fun, and holy fuck, you can really see the circle. Ugh. I look horrible. Whatever. Meh. Just go back to sleep, alright? No reason to push yourself.
無理してないもん。起きます起きます。
Michiru forces out the words while glaring weakly at me through half-open eyes. Her claims rendered even less convincing when she rises to her feet and promptly staggers to the side, very nearly trampling her pet.
ほらね、起きとるでしょが。はいにゅ。
Fucking cat. Listen, just go back to bed. There's no reason to pointlessly... Google help. I've seen it before, but now I'm just blanking. I feel like an idiot. Christ, it's something I've looked up before, too.
Exacerbate. Exacerbate.
Exacerbate, okay. There's no reason to pointlessly exacerbate your exhaustion.
にゃ、そんなことない。拾ってない。ちょっと寝不足なだけ。
I see. How much did you get last night?
約8分。
8 minutes of sleep. Eight minutes? It's not even a nap, woman. Get back in that bed and sleep long enough to secrete your growth hormones properly.
やだの、寝ないの。行くの、デート行くの。
Well, if you insist. Let's get going then. Make your preparations in the next 30 seconds.
無理です。
Suppose not. You have 5 minutes then. I'll wait outside.
行くかどうかなんてわからないけど、行ってあげるんだからね。
Just how long will it take this girl to get a solid grasp on the tsundere concept anyway? In old movies, they often represented the time wasted waiting for women with a pile of cigarette butts on the ground. But these days, there's heightened social and legal pressure regarding both public smoking and littering, so that's become a pretty rare sight. Here's a fun fact. You don't see people smoking in anime very often anymore. But when they do, there's always someone commenting, you know that's bad for your health, right? Every time now. Unless it's some kind of period piece, I think. But I mean, I'm not even kidding. That is a thing. That is a huge thing now. If somebody is smoking in anime, I think within the last 10 years, maybe? Someone is always going to comment, you know that's bad for you, right? Because they don't want to influence people to smoke. Even though Japan literally has vending machines for cigarettes. But that is a thing. Someone is always going to comment, you know that's bad for you, right? It'll always be taken in a negative context. So I think it's anime or is it Western cartoons? Could be one. Let's get a check. least. I can't find exactly where I found it, but yeah. I remember seeing cigarette vending machines growing up. Not where I'm from, at least. I never saw those. I remember smoking and non-smoking sections of restaurants. That's about it. What then can take the place of that image as visual shorthand for a man kept waiting by a woman? A red battery icon on the cell phone you've been using to browse the internet? Not really feeling the atmosphere from that one. In the first place, it's so easy to send messages these days that waiting in vain might as well be a less frequent phenomenon than before. I'm still pondering these matters when Michiru approaches, complete with cat hat. It's been exactly 5 minutes since I left her room.
お待たせ。待ったかしら。何よ、不満そうな顔して。何か文句でもあるの？
Didn't anyone ever tell you to arrive 5 minutes early to your appointments? We gave her 5 minutes, you dickweed!
当たり前でしょ。5分で準備しろって言われて5分前行動できたら、それはもう何？それはもう何かじゃない。
Please define whatchamacallit?
なんかこう、時間を操る謎の人物？謎のタイムパラドクサー？
A time paradoxer, okay. Okay, let's get going already. I'll leave you behind.
いや、待ちなさいよね。
You don't even know where we're going, Yuji.
あれ、本当に置いてかないでよ。待ってよ。というわけで考えました。デートプラン。
Good. Let's hear it.
松島みちる様と行く0泊1日三島崎海の旅。
Are we just going to that same cliffside that we've been at before many times? Michiru delivers the line with all the triumphant flair of a stuttering peacock. The beach? We just went a few weeks ago.
いやね、あれはダメだ。なかったことにしたい。知ってる？
So we want to go back to the beach, huh? According to Michiru, while I was off swimming with Amane and Makina, she'd been forcibly enlisted by Sachi to help construct an ultra-massive work of sand art. And in the end, the enormous castle they'd spent hours creating ended up collapsing just before they finished, trapping her beneath. That's actually kind of dangerous.
私、砂で身動き取れなくなって、何ニアムファルコンの船長かーっつうぐらい固まってね。
I got covered in sand and couldn't escape. Frozen solid as the captain of the something Wasn't expecting a Star Wars reference. Something Niam Falcon. Yeah, I love that. I love the Something Niam Falcon. I gotta hand it to the localizers for that.
その上近所の子供にあーこれ以上は言えないとにかくひどかったんだから
I see. I have to say though, it's a bit of a boring choice from my perspective.
何言ってんのよ二人なら楽しいよねぐらいのこと言いなさいよデートなんだから
Pretend date, I believe?
ごっこだけどさ
That said, I suppose you have a point. Just the two of us playing on the beach might not be bad.
本当にそう思ってくれる
So what, Michiru, you're wearing your bathing suit underneath that now? No. But we're pretending, so I said it anyway.
そうですか
And so, we set off walking for the nearest public beach. Not rushing along, not fleeing anxiously. A simple leisurely stroll. Not unpleasant in its own right. What's up?
なんでもないや手つなごうか
I love it. I'm kind of loving this, guys. I love cutesy shit like that. Hands? I see. We are on a pseudo date, so that seems appropriate.
うんごっこだもんね
When I reach out, Michiru momentarily jerks her hand away, but soon tentatively surrenders to my grasp. She's got a decidedly small hand, with rather thin fingers. On close examination, there seems to be small white flecks in her nails. Are you eating properly? Your fingernails don't seem to be getting adequate nutrients.
あんたよりはマシなもの食べてるつもりだけど
I'm not sure a diet consisting of cheap sweets and takeout lunches can really be described as healthy, my friend.
うっさいわねてかそんな細かいとこまで見なくていいのよ
True enough. This is a date, after all. Alright then. I will now offer a more date-appropriate comment. You're wearing perfume, aren't you?
うん気づいた
I smelled freesia and pink pepper at first. But now I'm getting heliotrope and iris? With a hint of sandalwood and synthetic musk underneath.
わかるの
To some degree. Mostly intuition, though. Anyways, there's no need to wear perfume. You smell nice naturally. Why are you sniffing her? In general. To say that she smells better without the perfume. Bruh. I take a lock of Michiru's hair in my free hand and gently stroke it. Dude, what are you doing? After a moment, I allow the strand of blonde hair to fall through my fingertips. It whispers against my skin as it goes. The cat watches me touch Michiru from its vantage point nearby, a supremely irritated look on its furry face.
いい匂いなんてしないもんだって髪の毛色変えてるからそれの薬の匂いがするかなって思ってその本当
she not used to getting compliments? No, not really.
む
It's a lie. Like I said, I'm just pretending here. How many times do I have to say this? Why do you keep taking it seriously? Jesus Christ, dude.
じゃあ私だって言うもん。ごっこだからね。これごっことしての発言。
I understood the first time. No need to repeat yourself.
友人にキスされた時ね。最初すごいびっくりしたの。
Yeah, I forgot about that.
なんでそんなことするんだろうって。いろいろ考えたけど答えが出なくて、頭がぐるぐるになって。
Sorry.
それでもどうしてだろうってずっと考えてて、わかんないからもういいや、気にしないやって思ったんだけど、でもね、考えようとしてないのにユージのことが頭から離れなくなったの。たった一度のキスでこんな風になるって私変なのかな。
You're not weird.
嘘だけどね。
I highly doubt that was a lie. Maybe it's because you're not used to it? I doubt it matters that I'm the one that did it. Anybody would feel a little awkward over a sudden kiss, and without much experience, I can see how it would weigh on your mind.
そっか。ユージは何とも思わないの？私とキスして。
That's right. Didn't mean a thing to me. It was just a moment of physical contact.
それはユージが経験豊富だから、今までいろいろな女の子とキスしてきたから、だからたった一度私とキスしたぐらい特別じゃないってこと？
Yeah, that's the gist of it. No feelings attached.
そうなんだ。そっか。なんかだね。まあ、ごっこ上の発言だから嘘だけど。
Honey. She wants it to actually meant something. Sip of tea. I was lying too, actually.
嘘なの？なんとも思わないって嘘なの？
Hold on. Are you seriously planning to do this for every little thing I say? This is a pretend date. Don't take anything coming out of my mouth seriously.
ごっこだけど、どこからどこまでが嘘なのか。せめて今のとこは本気で。あ、いや、なんでもない。わかんないや。
Michiru scratches vigorously at her head in confusion and dismay. The cat, surprised by her sudden violent motion, leaps nimbly away.
いっか。今こうして一緒にいるんだし、こうして手をつないでるんだし。
Michiru strongly squeezes my hand as she speaks. The The slightly sad look on her face belies her positive words. Seems my teasing has gone a little too far. Perhaps a conciliatory gesture is in order. Michiru, my friend, as this is a date, I happen to have a present for you.
本当になんでユージ
What the hell did we get her? Is it just gonna be another kiss? Never mind. Close your eyes and hold out your hand. After a quick scan of the area, I pick up this fucking guy. Here's a rock. His name's Jim. Take care of him well. Just a fucking rock. Is Yuji like a penguin now? Instead of searching for that perfect pebble, he just gets this big fucking rock. It's like, there you go. Check out this rock he gave me. Check out this rock. I named him Dwayne. Rock the Dwayne Johnson. God damn it. After a quick scan of the area, I pick up a rock moderate size lying in the dirt nearby. And then return and gently place this in Michiru's open hand.
何これ重いんだけどあとゴリゴリしてんだけど
Alright, you can open your eyes now. This fucking guy. Michiru slowly opens her eyes. In her palm rests a majestic lump of stone. Why is that so funny? You've wanted that one for a while now, right? I picked it up for you.
わーいこれずっと欲しかっ
Oh my god.
たねえこれごっこだからプレゼントが拾った石なの
Right. It's a pretend date, so you get a rock I picked up off the ground. Now rejoice!
嬉しいよ嬉しいよ
God fucking damn it. I see. Move to tears of joy, eh? Oh, God. Afterward, with comments such as, this is the hot color for fall, or they collaborated with another designer on this one, I proceed to present Michiru with rock after rock. And every time, Michiru answers, no way, I'm so happy, or yay, what a nice surprise, and then accepts my gifts with a great show of gladness. I see. Perhaps this dating thing is somewhat enjoyable after all. I offer rocks and receive joy in return. A strikingly surreal spectacle, if I do say so myself. I doubt I'll soon forget the sight of Michiru's shark pouch bulging at the seams from its cargo of stone.
石重いよてかこれ 中には岩って呼んだ方がいい大きさのもあるよ。
Just throw them away when you're done. They're only rocks.
わかってるわよ。
God, I'll fucking...
やってきましたー、海。
Alright, we got the beach episode.
重い。
And she's still got all the rocks in her fucking pouch. Having stowed her bag and changed into her swimsuit, Michiru joins me at the beach. Seems like the girl rented a large air mattress while she was at it. She's dragging it behind her, apparently struggling with the weight. It's a good distance from here to the beach house. Must have been relatively difficult carrying a float of that size all this way. Again with that swimsuit, huh?
いいじゃない別に。にしても今日はなんでか知らないけどすっごく空いてるよね。夏休みなのに珍しい。
This area isn't exactly flourishing, I guess. And when everyone thinks the beach must be packed today, sometimes barely anyone actually shows up. Not uncommon, actually.
ラッキーだね。さあ、マットも借りてきたし、これを浮かべて遊ぼう。誰にも邪魔されずに泳ぎ放題。あれ、なんでユージは制服着てるの？
Because I don't have a swimsuit on me? Because I didn't know we were doing this? The swimsuit-clad bottle blonde peers at me with innocent confusion on her face. She honestly seems to have only just noticed. Strange woman. Sorry, just someone was asking me about directions, so I'm making sure I get it good for them. Yeah, they'll be fine. Yeah, they're good. Perfect. Yep, bottle blonde, because she ain't a natural blonde. Listen, you didn't tell me we were going to the beach until after we left the dorm. When exactly was I supposed to procure myself a swimsuit?
そっか、そうだね。じゃあ向こうの海の家に戻って借りる？でもまた行くの面倒だな。ほら、ここは人もほとんどいないわけだし、ユージは男の子なんだし、裸でいいよ、裸で。
Yeah, I love that smug look too. Now, what is Yuji gonna do? say no, actually just straight up start to do it, or say, I will if you do too. Those are the three options I can think of right now. I can tell you this right now. There's no way in hell I would do it alone. Just as Michiru says, even by the standards of this mostly empty beach, we found ourselves a particularly isolated spot. If nobody's gonna notice anyway, going in naked might be a suitably carefree approach. True enough. Alright, I'll do that.
ちょうどユージ、今のはね、その
Jesus fucking Christ. The audacity of this man. Nice cock, bro. Michiru, my friend, I'm now naked.
なったね。
Hmm? Something wrong? Why are you looking away?
いや、その別になんでもないんだけど。
Bro, you're pushing this too far. You're like, this is going too far. Hmm? Something strange about my body?
いや、ないです。ない、ありません。
Jesus Christ. I see. Well, if you notice something odd, feel free to let me know.
うん。頭の中に変な音が響く。変なファンファーレが。
She's actually hearing that? Fanfare?
気にしないことにする。そうよ。私が変な風に考えるからいけないのよ。だって人間だもの。誰だって。
Oh my god. What's wrong?
ごめん。やっぱりせめてパンツだけは履いてくれないかな。頭の中に深刻なエラーが発生しそうで。
Is that so? Very well then. Don't understand what you're getting all red in the face about though. Weird girl.
変じゃないもん。変なのはユージだもん。
To have the confidence though to be able to do that, just go down to the birthday suit in front of a friend like that. God damn. He is the weird one, yes! We've very clearly established Yuji is fucking weird. Her face still flushed, Michiru runs energetically toward the shimmering summer seat, or shining summer seat. I trot along behind her into a sheet of warm spray. She looks back over her shoulder. There is more or lack of modesty in Japan with open bathhouses and whatnot. Yeah, true, but I think they generally keep those separate from people. They usually have them divided by gender for the most part. Regardless.
Yuji! 私を捕まえてごらんなさい。うふふ。
Still inherently less shame than over here. Yeah, that's 100% true. They're a little more lax when doing stuff like that. Compared over here big time. And delivers an appropriate playdate line. Why is it a stampede? What? Oh my god. I break into an all-out dash and catch Michiru in less than a second with a flying tackle. Dude, there's a fucking herd of rhinos. What the fuck?
なんで倒すのよ。普通こういう時はおいおい待てよみたいな感じじゃないの。
Oh my god. My apologies. When told to catch someone, I feel it would be impolite not to make my best efforts to do so.
誰に？
Michiru's astute question returns me to my senses. Indeed, who exactly would I let down by allowing the girl to escape? I'm constantly obeying instructions handed down to me. My own will has no relevance. I simply carry out the task assigned to me. But today, I'm under no such obligation, and still I wag my tail on request. How pathetic. Seems I've been domesticated right down to my bones. You have a point. Hardly any reason to stay tense at a time like this.
そうよ、もっと気楽にやってよね。ってことで、もう一度私を捕まえ。
うわ
早い！トラックルまでが早い！
God fucking damn it, Yuji. Sorry. Pure reflex.
球児ってば、子供みたい。はしゃいじゃって。
I mean, at least she's having fun with it. That's something. That's not really the issue, but whatever. After that, we enter the sea and spend some time splashing around in the water. With no particular objective in mind, we mess around in the waves and swim idly under the sun's warm gaze. I think you could describe it as an afternoon well spent. Michiru has a cheerful smile on her face the whole time.
はあ、ユージってば、やっぱり泳ぎもうまいね。
This is more like waiting, really. I have to say, you seem pretty tired yourself.
そんなことないわよ。寝不足なだけ。8分。
So you're insufficiently rested after all. Maybe a brief nap's in order?
でも寝るとこないよ。あ、ここで少し寝てみようかな。海の上で寝るとか贅沢じゃない？
Huh, there's a thought. Michiru carefully lies herself face down on the plastic sea mattress. Apparently anxious about having her bathing suit riding up, she sticks in a finger and tugs down on the cloth numerous times.
さすがに揺れますね。落ちそう。
Don't you sleep on your back?
それはそうだけど、お布団がない状態で仰向けに寝るのってなんか怖くない？守るものがないって感じで。私、どんなに暑くても布団絶対かぶって寝る。何もないと無防備すぎる。敵が来た時に守れないじゃない。
Who's this enemy supposed to be? I sort of get what you're saying, but the logic's a little incoherent.
そうかな。ユージなら分かってくれると思ったんだけど。ああ、そうだ。しばらくこうしてるなら日焼け止め塗らないと。
Alright, I'll put it on for you. We are pretend dating, after all.
ねえ、それ本気で言ってるの？
Gee, I wonder how this could go badly. Of course, you can't cover your entire body by yourself, now can you? I'll lend a hand. Is it making people do this sort of thing for you the tsundere way?
じゃあ手伝ってよね。サメ吉の中に入ってるから。
Sameki? Oh, that pouch. I retrieved the bottle of sunblock from Michiru's shark pouch. When I take the cap off and tilt it toward my hand, a thick white liquid emerges in globs. I have this thought every time. The stuff looks just like some kind of bodily fluid, doesn't it? Did you have to say it? Did you have to say it? You... Good Christ. Great. Just had to fucking say it, didn't he? Whatever. Fucking guy.
言わなくていいのよ、そういうことは。黙ってるのって。塗りなさいよね。
Understood. Here goes. As promised, I begin to spread the lotion along the exposed portions of Michiru's body. Perhaps she finds the summer sun hot, as her skin's already growing sticky with sweat.
ねえ、いつも思うって言ってたけど、ちょくちょく日焼け止めを女の子に塗
Just
ったり
pours
す
the
るの？
bottle over, oh my god. Not quite. When you're somewhere that gets really intense sunlight, this stuff is a necessity. In Japan, it's usually nothing worth worrying about. But depending on the country, you can end up with debilitating or even fatal sunburns. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. Ow. Quick little side story. For those of you that know Jen, Jen plays 93 here on Twitch, very good friend of mine. Me and my friends all went up for her wedding. And part of it was going, at least before the actual wedding, like the day before, was going to a spa, basically. Just everyone was go there, just kind of chill out in the different kinds of pools and stuff they had. I was one of the 2 people that didn't get sunscreen put on, mostly because I was kind of just everywhere, and Jen was the one with the sunscreen, so I was never around when she offered it to people. I was out in that sun for a while. Everything seemed normal. Then after getting everything back on, going back, just kind of chilling out for the rest of the day with the rest of just kind of the rest of the bridal and groom parties, so the wedding party. Something didn't feel right. I was getting just kind of couldn't really sit in my seat well. Just couldn't sit still. Something was bugging me. Even going to sleep, I could not get comfortable at all. Woke up that very next morning. My shoulders. I think even part from my back, all the way, all of it. Burnt. Like, blistered. Burnt. This might be a bit gross, but I could move my arm over it and I could feel it popping and stuff. That's how bad it was. I ended up going to a nearby grocery store, buying some aloe, just to try to soothe that pain. And I was still there for like at least 2 more days. I had to go through the entire wedding and the day after dealing with that, even the next few days. Wear your damn sunscreen, people. That wasn't enjoyable at all. Yeah. Like, it wasn't enjoyable at all. That was second-degree burns. If they were blistering like that. Yeah, it was well past a regular sunburn. Yeah. Luckily, no lasting damage in any way. Thank Christ, obviously. I mean, not obviously, just thank God there was no lasting damage of any kind, but holy shit. That hurt. And I was the dumbass who volunteered to sleep on the couch in the place we were renting for those few days, too. So I couldn't even lie down perfectly flat on my back or on my stomach or anything. I was always kind of curled a little bit. Yep. Still had a good time, though. I will say, I did still have a good time. It's just very uncomfortable. That's all. This also all happened, I believe, on the second day we were there. And we were there for about 4 days. Right? Something like that, yeah. Yep. So, that's one of 2 wonderful memories from her wedding. The second was packing the wrong dress shirt and pants. The pants were too tight. I grabbed my dad's pants. I was so afraid if I moved the wrong way, the damn things were gonna literally tear apart. Ugh. Then I had to borrow a buddy's shirt who was, like, much bigger. So I got this baggy-ass dress shirt with the tightest fucking dress pants possible. While also dealing with the sunburn on my shoulders. But again, I still had a great time.
そうなんだ。あ、
Anyway, back on track now. What's wrong? That tickle?
ちょっとぐらいは大丈夫なんだからね。ねえ、もう一個聞いていい？
What?
日焼け止めを塗って海に入ったりして環境汚染につながったりしないのかな。
Some people will probably tell you the stuff's helping to kill the world's coral reefs. The cosmetic companies would probably say typical use won't cause any adverse impacts. There are various opinions depending on how you look at it. It's not a question that can be answered simply and decisively either way.
ユージってさ、何でも知ってるよね。
Not true. The world's overflowing with things I don't know. For example, if you ordered me to hum a tune from the current #1 musician on the Japanese charts, I'd probably need some time.
ふん。
I thoroughly and gently spread the sunblock across the back of Michiru's body. When I'm satisfied with my handiwork, I give her a light smack on the rear and speak, oh, for fuck's sakes. Whatever. Of course you're gonna smack her ass. Alright, other side. Flip over.
え？上って上？それ冗談よね。
Also, no comment on him smacking your ass? Yeah, she's into it. Why so reluctant, woman? Do you want to turn into a reversey stone? Having your front and back completely different colors would probably seem slightly unnatural.
そうじゃないけど、上はさすがに抵抗が。
Quit whining and flip over. Here we go.
うわ、これちょっと恥ずかしいんだけど。
Of fucking course. Don't squirm too much. You'll fall off.
だってうわ揺れる。
I can already see where this is gonna go, so I'm just gonna plow through it. Trembling like a newborn fawn, Michiru reluctantly settles her body face up on the mattress.
いや、あんた何見てんのよ。見ないでよね。
The girl tries her best to put up a tough front after the fact. It's comically unconvincing. Her delivery is so strained and artificial, you'd think she was reading the words off a script. You done squawking now? I'm ready to put this stuff on you, if that's alright.
うん。
Michiru finally grows docile, apparently resigned to her fate. Taking the bottle of sunblock in hand, I squirt out another glob and begin applying it to her lower body. The girl darts her eyes back and forth restlessly, looking at anything but me.
なんで下から塗るんですか？
Because it's closer to me. No other reason.
そうですか。
What's wrong? Feeling anything?
バッ何を言ってるの？
I wasn't implying anything strange. Just wondering if you're feeling the sunblock starting to work.
ああ、そういう。そんなのわかんないよ。ぬるぬるしてるだけだし。
I lather the white liquid across her thighs, the back of her knees, and her ankles, thoroughly coating every inch of exposed skin. For fuck's sakes. I can feel Michiru's light leg hair sticking flat against her skin as I rub the lotion in. Huh. I didn't expect that. Hey! Apparently this bothers the girl somewhat, judging by the anxious little glances she's now sending in my direction. What's wrong? Self-conscious about the hair?
だって産毛って処理していいかわかんないし、剃ると濃くなるって言うし。
Shaving does not make hair thicker. That is just a lie. So if you want to shave it, shave it. Same goes with the beards. I'm probably gonna shave this off pretty soon anyway. I think we already talked about this. Anyway, when you shave, you're cropping off the light, thin part of the hair, leaving behind the fat roots at the surface of your skin. That's what makes it look thicker for a while. It's not like you're really getting any hairier.
そうなの？本当に？じゃあこれから剃る。剃らない方がいいのかな。
Don't ask me, woman. Do what you want. A little fuzz on your legs is hardly anything to worry about either way. Alright, time for the upper body.
うん。
I did not need that sound effect. Can it stop? Oh. I resume my systematic lotion smearing campaign, tracing my hands from Michiru's shoulders down to her upper arms, through the elbow all the way to her fingertips. With every stroke, she wiggles her body and lets out little sighs for fucking Christ. Do not be getting off to this. What's wrong? Feeling anything?
日焼け止めの効果。
No, I was referring to the physical pleasure.
そんなわけないでしょ。いいから早く塗りなさいよね。
Shouting in protest, Michiru lifts her upper body from the float. And in that instant, a wave comes rolling in alongside her.
あれ？うわー！
Tumbling from her plastic perch, she falls headfirst into the sea. Well, that works too. They say being in the water reduces your exposure to UV radiation. So much for your nap, though. For some reason, this news doesn't seem to cheer Michiru up much. Her twin tails float limply on the surface of the sea like two pitiful strands of oddly colored seaweed. By the time Michiru manages to drag herself back to the beach, her skin's taken on a warm red glow. Guess I really should have finished the job after all, huh?
うるさいわよ。だってあんなもうバカ。
Well then, what shall we do with ourselves? Still plenty of daylight left. Wanna try a triathlon next?
やらないです。私はもう今日は帰る。疲れた。
Bring the girl some aloe she can put on herself, please. I see. Alright then. I'll walk you back to the dorm.
本当に？
Yeah. This is a date, after all. Of sorts.
ああ、そうか。そうだよね。やっぱりいいや。
Michiru delivers this answer with a strangely forlorn expression on her face. Why's that? Aren't we pretending?
そうなんだけど、それはいい。なんか寂しくなっちゃう。
Pathetic?
なんでもない。それじゃあまたね。
Well, later works for me. But from the way things look, it's gonna be another titanic struggle for her to get that float back to the beach house. Is her refusal to even try asking me for help another aspect of the Sunday act? Or perhaps the girl's just helplessly awkward. Oh, that was a thing that happened. Sorry, so stretch. Okay, there we go. What's truth and what's fiction? Is this real or a dream? Where am I? Where aren't I? All of a sudden, many things feel unclear to me. Every once in a while, when I'm alone, I abruptly lose my bearings. Is it really alright for me to be here? To keep on living like this? My doubts gather into a dense mass of uneasiness that threatens to swallow me up like a black hole. I came to this school under the pretense of being a student, but I'm still myself. No matter how carefully I smooth down my surface, the real me isn't going to just disappear. So when Michiru came to me with her pretend lover's proposal, deep down, I was more relieved than exasperated. Now I have an excuse to live a lie. But this hasn't proven quite so straightforward. It's just a game, isn't it? Plain and simple. And yet, sometimes the simplest things can be surprisingly difficult to fully understand. To be honest, I'm more than a little perplexed at the moment. My real feelings seem to have gotten lost in some obscure fold in my brain, and not having much luck finding them again. And I'm pretty sure she's feeling the same way. What's real and what's make-believe? Who am I and who aren't I? Michiru's been dropping by my room on more or less a daily basis recently. Her objective, of course, is to drag me out on pretend dates. Although I agreed to play along with the intention of killing some time, my thoughts on the matter are gradually growing muddled and unclear to me. True, Huger. I believe I mentioned the other day I would be playing this. Not much, not much. You missed the beach episode we just had. With him saying, doesn't the sunblock look like a certain bodily fluid? Not my words, the game's words. The game is very open with that kind of stuff. I mean, very early on, we had one of the characters sniffing our bed sheets and getting off on it while we were in the room. They didn't realize we were in the room. Yeah, it was a thing. There's a lot. There's a lot. I didn't know that when I picked this game. But, yeah, I just want to see where this goes. Right now, we're on Michiru's route. A blonde, twin-tailed pseudo-tsundere who, apparently, from what we can tell, has dissociative identity disorder. She's got two personalities. The normal one, and the one that only comes out to, like, protect her and make things better. Well, your voice acting is a treat. There's very little voice acting for me in this because there's actual voices for every character that isn't the main character. If this is Kingdom Hearts 2 or any other visual novel or any of my Gundam games, then yes, you would get the wonderful cringe voicing. More modern VNs are gonna be yeah. If you're there for if you had started watching what was going through Katawa, my god. There's a lot of talking to myself. In many different voices, I suppose. Why exactly do I keep humoring her like this? You could call this a mutual crime, I suppose. We're both play-acting feelings that aren't real, collaboratively perpetuating a fantasy.
ねえユージってばどうしたの？
Suddenly she's just in our room, I guess. Michiru's finally gotten to the point of barging right into my room without even feeling self-conscious about it. But that's the product of my deliberate decision not to lock the door. Am I being too soft on the girl? Nothing. But isn't it about time? Isn't it about time we ended this relationship? But if I put it that way, it sounds like we're talking about a real breakup. There shouldn't be any need to take this game so seriously. Shock of shock, it's probably not gonna be a fucking game anymore.
そろそろ何？そろそろどうするの？そろそろあれ？
What's that supposed to mean?
あれはあれでしょ。
Swear to fucking God. If this goes where I think it's gonna go. Okay, I guess not. Abandoning my flustered companion, I abruptly exit my room. Why does this feel so uncomfortable? It's like I'm living inside a man-made miniature garden with some cosmetic voyeur watching me from far above.
ちょっと先に行かないでよね。ねえねえ、今日は行きたいところがあるんですけど。
What now? Look, I agreed to play house with you, but there are limits.
なんだ、そんなこと言ってユージだって楽しんでるくせに。
I open my mouth to refute her, but find myself at a loss for words. The snappy retort I was expecting just doesn't come. Well, where do you want to go then?
行ってからのお楽しみです。またお弁当作っていこう。
So we're going back to the cliffside then. Not necessary. I don't want to spend that much time.
なんだよ、もう。わかりました。じゃあいつものように外で待っててね。
While waiting for Michiru, I reflect on the fact that our classmates will be returning to the dorm soon. Once they're back, will Michiru revert to her original tsundere state? Will we go back to the normal routine, as if this time we spent together never happened? Not that it's really any of my concern. It's her problem.
お待たせ、ダーリン。
Darling? Even for the sake of authenticity, I I'm pretty reluctant to start calling you honey.
いいのよ別に。私が気分を盛り上げたくて嘘で言ってるだけなんだから気にしないで。
Easy for you to say. Darling, huh?
それじゃあ歩きましょう。最近ユージに付き合って結構歩くようになったから少しウエスト緩くなった。
I doubt there's been that significant of a change in a few days. Let's see here.
あ、今胸見たでしょ、エッチ。
Oh, for fuck's sakes. No, I did not. I looked at your waist. And then at your cat.
猫の胸。エッチエッチ。っていうか、この子はオスなのかしら、メスなのかしら。
Oh, by the way, True Huger, the cat on her head, she named it, Kitty Meow. I'm not even kidding. The cat's name is Kitty Meow. Or in Japanese, Nekonya. She's not creative with names. It's male.
え、なんで知ってるの？
Because I looked.
見たのかよ、おい。どこ見たんだよ、おい。
Rest assured, there was no funny business involved. Fucking Christ. Oh yeah, we did give it a vaccination. When I was injecting... Well, it's hardly important.
注射？あ、そうだ。そうだよね。ユージってこの子にワクチン注射打ってくれたんでしょ？
By baiting it, stuffing it in a laundry bag, and then going jab. Did Chizuru spill the beans?
うん。絶対内緒にしてねって言われたけどね。実はユージって結構優しいよね。だから好き。
Honestly. Are there any words so hollow as a woman's just between the two of us? Morning, Nichols. How's it going?
どうしたユージ？
Pipe down. Come on, let's get going.
ああ、待ってってば。どこ行くか私しか知らないはずなのに。
Alright, no problem. No problem, buddy. Probably won't be going for too long. Probably maybe another 15-20 minutes or so, depending on where this leads us.
やっぱりここって落ち着く。にゃー。
In a less than totally unpredictable development, the destination Michiru guides me to is the usual clearing overlooking the sea. I'm doing okay. Maybe just a little tired, but all good. Eh, persuade me. You've been working and lurking. I hope work is going well, bud. Michiru, my friend, I'm gonna be blunt. Why are you so attached to this place? Twin-tail waifu? Twin-tail waifu? Who is trying to be a tsundere. Trying. She's a pseudo tsundere. She forgets she's supposed to act like it. She even dyes her hair that bright blonde because all tsunderes have twin tails and blonde hair. At least in her eyes. Michiru slowly licks her lips with her tongue, then looks me straight in the face and smiles.
ない。
How does she know the trope? That's just what tsunderes are, right? Blonde hair, twin tails. That's just how it is. No reason. Even though you come here at every possible opportunity, you expect me to believe you have no reason for doing so?
ないっていうのは適切じゃないな。つまりこの場所は綺麗だし、すごく遠くまで見えるし、空気が美味しいし、猫ニャーとも出会えたし、それから空が高いし、好きなんだけど。
I have the feeling that today I'm finally going to hear about whatever it is Michiru's been hiding from me. Therefore, as the girl hems and haws, I simply wait patiently. So as not to let some crumb of truth blow away in the wind, I shield my ear with my hand and sit quietly waiting.
あとね、友達のことを思い出す。
Michiru finally manages to just barely squeeze out the words. At the same moment, her cat gives a small cry.
この場所に来ると、すごく大事な友達のことを思い出すんだ。別にここで何かあったわけじゃないんだけどね。
I think I'm putting it together now. She had a really good friend. I'm assuming they died. And that's when her DID began. That's when she got her second personality. It's why she freezes up whenever friend is brought up and the second personality comes out. Okay. Okay, yeah, it came because of trauma. I see. And is this friend of yours now a source of distress?
わかんない。いいよ、そんな話は。
Michiru clears her throat with a little cough, brushing her previous comments off the table of conversation.
ありがとうね。デートごっこすごく楽しい。でも、ちょっと怖いなって思う。こんなに楽しくて、毎日笑ってて、そんな風に生きる資格があるのかなって。私はもっと世界の端っこでちっちゃく呼吸しながら生きなきゃいけないんじゃないのってそう思っちゃう。
Black Cat repeatedly circles around Michiru's legs in search of attention, but the girl's so caught up in her own her little monologue that she doesn't even seem to notice.
ユージがごっこでもデートしてくれて嬉しいんだよ。猫ニャンもいるし。でも全部これは嘘で、夢で、いつか消えちゃうんじゃないかなって思う自分もいる。今は箱を外から見ているだけで、蓋を開けたらここで最初から何もなかったんだよってならないか。
Oh, that got real
それ
really
が
fast.
怖いの。ねえ、私って最近変じゃない？私は私でいられる？ちゃんと私のままでユージと一緒に過ごせてる？
She wants to know if the other personality took over yet at any point. Just a reminder, and also to inform people that don't know, every time her second personality takes over, she doesn't know what happens. She's completely unaware, so she could wake up one morning, start going about her day, and then suddenly it'll be the very next day. She loses chunks of time to her that seem totally random. Usually when something bad's about to start. But then once she's finally, you know, able to comprehend everything again and know what's going on, everything is better. Everything is for the better. There's no problems. Things have been, you know, just best they've ever been. And that scares her.
こんなこと聞くなんておかしいよね。自分でも分かってるんだ。でも怖いの。ねえユージ、私
I put a hand to Michiru's cheek and feel the temperature of her skin. The girl before my eyes is, without a doubt, the Michiru I know. No more, no less. But it's also true that another Michiru appears occasionally in her place. I know basically nothing about the girl, not why she became this way, not what it means. And no matter how many pseudo-dates we accumulate, I'm not gonna get any closer to that answer. There's some places role-playing can't take me. You're you, same as always. Something strange about you. I think I've told you this before, but you worry too much.
気にしなくていいのかな。私ちゃんとできてる。いろんなことちゃんとできてる。
All of a sudden, Michiru's eyes are tinged with red.
私バカだからよくわかんないの。ねえ、ユージも私をバカだと思う？デートごっこして本気で喜んでユージのことを多分すごい好きで、こういうのって嫌い？
We actually gonna get a real confession now? Not really.
それも嘘。
No. Don't get too paranoid on me, alright? Take this at face value. You're fine just the way you are.
そのままの私ってなんだろう。よくわかんないんだ。
Michiru blinks rapidly, and a single large teardrop rolls down her face. No others follow.
私ね、ユージとデートしてる時にずっとこのままだったらいいなって思ったの。ずっと今日が続けばいいなって。だって嘘のデートごっこでも終わりが来なければそれが本当でしょ。だから終わるのが怖い。
I see. But pretending has its advantages. No matter what happens, you can pass it off as a joke. Nobody has to get hurt.
うん、そうかもしれないね。でも、そうだ。猫ニャーがいなくなるのが、ユージがどっか行っちゃうのが、友達が、みんなが消えるのが怖い。
As the words leave her mouth, Michiru slowly squats down to finally pet the black cat at her feet. Somehow, the movement reminds me of an elderly musician lovingly attending to their instrument. How would her other personality know she's on a date with someone? The other personality is aware of everything. It's like a defense mechanism, almost. It's always there, it's always watching. But once it takes over, it almost like shuts Michiru out entirely to protect her in a way. If she gets too flustered by something, like like a few streams ago while we were doing this one, she ended up kind of yelling at everyone, like just kind of telling them all to shut up, which was very uncharacteristic for her. And then all of a sudden she kind of like went, ha ha, it's just a joke, I'm just being whatever. But that was the other personality talking, trying to smooth things over with all her friends. We already experienced the fact that there's this other Michiru, so we knew it was like, yeah, you're the other one. After we got them in private. And after Michiru switched back to being in control, she asked what happened. She remembers yelling, and it's like, let me guess, everything's okay now? And we said yes, so she's feeling down about that. The other personality is also a little more bold. In fact, she asked, hey, can I kiss you? Because I want to feel the sensation, and kissed us. Just because. They also talk very monotone. So it's a very stark difference between the Michirus. And again, Michiru technically doesn't know this other personality exists. She knows something happens when she blanks out. She doesn't know there's a totally separate person in her, more or less. She just loses gaps of time here and there, and again, that just freaks her out. Especially because her life just becomes better after these lapses in memory.
楽しければ楽しいほど怖くなる。この楽しさは本物なのかなって。そうなんじゃないかなって。だから私よくわかんないよ。
I'm struck by the need to reassure Michiru. Setting aside my own complex circumstances and uncertain feelings, I want to do something for the girl crying in front of me. More than a little presumptuous of me, yes. But I simply can't bring myself to stay silent. You're not wrong, Michiru. Most things do come to an end. But that's... In that instant, her hand still moving through the cat's fur, Michiru changes. I swallow the words that were about to leave my mouth and carefully observe her.
だがそれは何？ミュージカル。
The girl before my eyes was no longer the Michiru I wanted to comfort. You again? You always show up at just the right moment, don't you? Michiru offers a dry, unamused little laugh, then moves her arms carefully back and forth, as if testing the parts that compose her.
どうしたのかしらね、私。まあ、お礼を言わなくちゃね。ありがとう、この子とデートしてくれて。君も素直じゃないもんね。結局、 デートごっこっていうややこしい形になったけど、この子はすごく喜んでる。ありがとう。でもね、だから困ってるのよ。思ったよりもこの子本気だったの。
Michiru brushes her bangs out of her eyes and tugs on the hem of her dress, clearly uncomfortable. Or, yeah, uncomfortable. Yeah, words.
こんな服まで用意して、ちょっと男にこびすぎじゃない？まあ、それは私の趣味じゃないってだけかもしれないけど、努力は。でもちょっとね、まずくない？
I don't follow.
そう。つまりさ、君はこの子を安心させたいと思ってる。そうでしょ。でもそれは一時期の感情に過ぎない。この子とずっと一緒にいることができる？ずっと離れないでいることができる？永遠に守ることができる？
Instead of answering, I squeeze my clenched hands a little tighter. It'd be easy enough to object, but the girl has a point.
ユージ君の仕事柄、学園を離れることだってあるでしょ？その時の寂しさをどう紛らわせてくれるの？君のいない夜、この子は誰に住めばいい？どれだけ泣くと思う？そうなる前にやめましょう。遊びはおしまい。
The girl claps her hands together firmly. The strangely dry sound hangs in the air for a moment. The black cat, alarmed, darts off into the grass. Michiru, my friend. Lacking a better alternative, I venture to call the girl in front of me by that name. We talk about the end like it's inevitable. Some things do last forever. Of course, the vast majority don't. That's not a reason to give up looking. No matter how minuscule the odds may be, eternity does exist. It may take a borderline miracle to find it, but you can't deny it's there. Michiru twists her face as if she's taken a bite out of a particularly sour lemon.
ユージ君ってそんなこと言う人なんだ。そうね、確かに否定はできない。誰にも奇跡を否定することはできない。でも、そうやって都合のいい言葉に甘えたら、結局最後に傷つくのはこの子なのよ。君が奇跡を起こせなかったら、ただ奇跡を夢見て裏切られて終わっていくの。ねえ、そんな悲しいことってある？私はちょっと残酷だと思うわ。
Beautiful scenery, the pleasant wind. All of it seems to have abruptly drained of color and flavor. I can't find an effective response to her words.
この子は君とずっと一緒にいたがってる。この子と君をデートさせてあげることがこの子のためになるかと思ったけど、違う。お願いだからこの子のことを傷つけないでね。
I have no intention of hurting her. But when you're that afraid of getting hurt... As the words are leaving my mouth, Michiru's body language slackens and the expression on her face changes. I instantly sense that the girl I know is returned.
とクラッてした。でへへ。
Michiru grins brightly, but once she notices my grim expression, the smile quickly fades from her face. Her eyes, full of uneasiness, she tentatively opens her mouth.
私何か変なこと言った。もしかしてまた。
Her lips begin to tremble. It's obvious that the girl's genuinely afraid. She has the expression of a child who's looked down into a deep dark well.
やっぱりか。そうなんだね。そうなんだよな。いつもそうなんだ。なんでかな。私が大切だって思ったり必要だと感じると消えちゃうの。そう思うと遠くへ行っちゃう。だからそんなこと思わない方がいいんだよね。このまま楽しい時が続けばいいなんて思っちゃダメなんだよね。私夢なんて見ちゃダメなんだ。
Instead of answering, I silently wrap my arms around Michiru and hug her tightly. A very abrupt action on my part, to be sure, but it felt like the thing to do. Michiru's breath catches in her throat. I can faintly feel her pounding pulse through her skin. I can't find anything to say to her right now. I don't know what she's gone through, or where these anxieties came from. I feel her suffering like it's my own. My emotions and hers seem to have rolled up into a hopelessly tangled mess. To be honest, I don't have the first idea what to tell her. And therefore guided by sheer instincts, I decide to come out and say something that's been on my mind for a long time now. This isn't the time for false happiness or hollow consolation. Right now, she needs the truth. Michiru, my friend, there's something I've been wanting to tell you. Do you mind?
No. 何?
I don't know what I should say to you right now, so I'm going with this.
分かったから早く言ってよ。怖いことじゃないよね。ほんのりしちゃうことじゃないよね。
Not sure.
分かった。覚悟する。はい、言って早く。
That cat. You're calling it Kitty Meow, aren't you? Where are you going with this? Well, you're god-awful at naming things. Wow. What a... Wow. That's a stupid name. Yeah, persuade me. There's a black cat that keeps hanging around her that she claims is totally not hers. But she named it Kitty Meow. Or Nekonya. But just still just, you know, Kitty Meow. Translated. Yeah, that's one hell of a way to break the tension. say it again. You are terrible at naming things.
何それ今それ普通今のタイミングで言う指摘するにしても
Are you listening to me? I didn't know what to tell you. So for the time being, I decided to say something that's been on my mind for a while.
まず伝えてみたじゃないでしょ今のだって結構その
Timing might have been somewhat odd, granted, but they're sincere words. Try to calm yourself, alright?
混乱するでしょまったくもう考えてんだか
Okay, she's starting to laugh.
本当に意味わかんないもう
Michiru laughs, a hint of cheerfulness returning to her voice. A deeply sorrowful expression gives way to the same straightforward smile I saw yesterday. I deliberately chose to play for time. As a temporary stopgap measure, I simply shifted the topic away from potentially problematic subjects. I don't know if that was the right decision, but I didn't want to make some half-assed, insincere promise just to bring Michiru momentary reassurance. It'd be easy enough to lie to the girl and make her feel like the problem's been solved. That wouldn't be genuine progress. Might well backfire, in fact. And so, I stalled her. I've put off the inevitable for now. I decided that a little more time would be necessary to resolve this problem, and now I have it.
ご飯ね猫にゃんは名前じゃないよ
It isn't? But you're constantly calling him that.
だって猫って呼ぶわけにはいかないでしょにゃーって鳴くから猫にゃ
So if he was a dog, it'd be... Doggy Bark?
そういうことだって名前つけたくなかったなさっきも言ったけど私の大切なものってすぐどこかへ行っちゃうからだからそうならないの名前なんてつけたら関係性ができちゃうでしょそれが怖かったね
Yeah, farmhands, like, don't name the animals, then you'll grow too attached before you have to put it out to slaughter. Don't name your chickens, don't name your cows. I see. That explains it. There's no harm in naming the animal. You should reconsider.
いいのかなそんなことして
Profoundly shocked by my proposal, Michiru hesitates. But honestly, she's so transparently attached to the animal that sticking with this purely fictional non-name seems both awkward and pointless.
もし名前をつけてその瞬間にどうかなっちゃうことない
Not impossible, but it strikes me as exceptionally unlikely. I know. Why don't I propose a name for the little beast? Let's see here. Aha! Rommel has a nice ring.
やだ何それずっと言ってるよねロンメルって全然可愛くないんだけど
I don't know why he calls it Rommel. I can't remember. Cuteness is a requirement? I see. Too used to thinking of names as purely practical signifiers, I suppose.
そもそもロンメルって何なの？
The general.
将軍か。いや、将軍である必要がないからね。ロンメル禁止です。どこの馬の骨ともわからない将軍なんて。
Hold on, woman. Rommel's no hole in the ground. Listen up. Rommel was an officer of the German army, known as the Desert Fox for...
いいの！ロンメルに対して詳しく知りたいわけじゃないから。そもそも砂漠のキツネってこの子は猫でしょ。しゃー。
To quote General Patton in Patton, Rommel, you magnificent bastard, I read your book! So he's got a life story. Yeah, you can look up the World War II German General Rommel. God, and now his thing is just Rommel. I see. If you're that opposed, I guess there's nothing for it. Alright, how about this one? Erwin.
エルビン？いやちょっと可愛いじゃない。それなんとなく素敵な気がする。
Is he gonna tell her where he got Erwin from? Because I can tell you where he got it from. Officially, it's somewhat longer. Erwin, Johannes...
うんうん。エルヴィン・ヨハネス？
Erwin, Johannes, Eugene, Rommel.
ロンメルじゃん！ きゃー！
Alright then, all joking aside, go ahead and name him as you see fit.
自由にって言われると困るんだけど。ね、こういうのはどうかな。
I swear to fuck if she names the cat Yuji. Michiru bashfully rubs her thighs together and speaks with a clear hint of embarrassment in her voice.
ニャンメルというのはいかがですかね。
Meowmal? Oh. Oh, that poor cat. That's even worse than Kitty Meow. Oh. Meowmal? It's shit.
即答いいじゃないニャンメル。
How did you arrive at this name? Walk me through the thought process here.
それはユージがね、ロンメルロンメルって言うからよっぽど思い入れがあるのかなって思ってね。
Not in the slightest. It was just the first thing that popped into my head.
それでね、猫ニャーとロンメルでニャンメルっていうのはいいかななんて。
Michiru looks up at me, clearly looking for approval. In response, I offer her my honest opinion on the matter. Do it. The name can be anything, really. What matters is the fact that you're the one who named it. As of today, that cat belongs to you.
そっか。じゃあそうする。どうニャンメル、新しい名前気に入った？
Fucking Meowmo. get fucked. Well, I doubt it could care less.
ちなみにだけど、一応だけど、念のためだけど聞いちゃいますけど、ユージはどう思った？あ、率直に言ってね、率直に。
How many times are you gonna make me repeat myself? When it comes to naming things, you are utter shit.
率直すぎるでしょ！ねえ、ちょっと！
God fuck damn it.
にゃ
Well, whatever the name, there's no changing what's already been decided. Alright then. Why don't we head back?
ー。ねえ、ユージ。手つないでいいよね。ほら、一応まだデートごっこだし。
Before I can even tell her I don't mind, Michiru clings to my arm.
ありがとう、ユージ。私の世界のパーツが一つ増えたみたい。
Good for you. Collect enough of those, and maybe you can piece together a world that belongs to you alone. It's up to you, what gets included.
そうだね。
Huh? Alright then. Let's get going, Ludmila Pavlichenko. What the fuck is that? Do not tell me this is like Rommel's wife or something. Oh. Never mind. Lady Death. The Russian sniper with the Red Army during World War II. 309 confirmed deaths. Jesus Christ. Okay. Guess he's got World War II in mind.
にゃー！ちょっと！ニャーメルだってば！名前全然変わるじゃない！ニャーメルも返事しないの！ねえねえ！あははもう！そうだ、ビスケットあげるから。ね、だからつきなさい。より私に懐きなさい。ビスケット好きかー。そっかそっかー。よーしよしよーし。わしわしゃ。
Today, Michiru obtained a new piece of herself. But we can't forget that none of her problems have really been resolved. Still, the girl's begun to walk on her own 2 feet, if only within the bounds of a make-believe fantasy. As for myself, the words of the other Michiru still weigh heavily on my mind. If eternity doesn't exist, what can I do for a girl who wants something permanent? Easy enough to sulk and say it's all meaningless in the end. With that mindset, I'll never even crack open the door to the world.
セーブするわ。
Oh, nice. That scene is now we would be going into is called End of the RPG. I think that's a good spot to stop for today. Had some, decent, tender moments, a lot of comedy, some more lewd stuff. Because of course, this game loves the lewd. doubt there's anyone playing this game right now besides me. Yeah, I'm the only one playing. What a shock. So, yeah, that is pretty much gonna be it for me from today. I won't know my work schedule until probably midday tomorrow, so you won't get my stream schedule on Twitter until about then. So try to keep your eyes out on that. Just gonna quickly look at my work schedule for this week. Saturday, I might try to sneak in another KH2 stream. Might. I'll see how I'm feeling after work that day. If I do, it would probably start about 5:30-ish. Just know next week it's going to be us back to Kingdom Hearts 2 for presumably the 2 days I have off. So, a lot of Kingdom Hearts. Probably get through another 2 worlds, of course. So, yeah. That's about it for me at that end. So, yep. Thanks everyone for watching, commenting, and lurking. Do appreciate it very, very much. I hope you all have yourselves a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time.